Hello and welcome back. Just having a bit of a look at the railway from the other side today. So we'll just bring the Dorchester back into the station here. Nice, gentle stop at the other end there. Just overshooting the tiniest amount. So we'll pop the controls down for that. We'll just grab the controls for the 2 rail. So let's give that a little bit of power. And we'll run that the other way around the railway. Got it running in the right direction and everything. So off goes the Barnstable. A bit of a Pullman service there. So we're the 19th of February today. So we're on a Monday, so I find myself with time available. I did visit the Tynemouth market at the weekend and came away with a couple of items I'm quite pleased with. We'll have a glance at those in a moment. Let's just bring that to a stop there. I think we want one more go with the 3-rail locomotive while we're standing here, I think. Let's grab the controls there and we'll give that a run. See if we can come in that side a little bit. There it goes. See if we can come up a little higher. Through the station, there's quite a sort of a reverse curve there, sort of wiggles in through a few posts. Let's get a nice view of it coming down here to the footbridge. Stop it just a little earlier this time. Pretty much the same place. So it takes quite a lot to slow this one down. It sort of seems to continue to run. Let's just pop the controls there. So I did get this set of wagons cleaned up. We'll have a look at this group of items running in a moment. I've got the some paper labels cut out for that. So I remember we had those sitting on the railway for the last couple of weeks. So that sort of livens that up a little. So we'll just do a few movements with that around the railway in a moment, and perhaps get the Winston Churchill on the go over there. We'll have a bit of fun with that in a moment. Let's have a quick look at these wagons. Not wagons, coaches that I got at the weekend from the local market. So there is a utility van. Can't remember the number of that. I should have looked it up. I'll put it in the bottom of the screen. It's in fairly poor condition, but really what I was after. I've got part of it. We'll grab the other part. I've got a good body with a dead bogie on it, I think. I've had lying around for ages, missing some doors. So there we go. Let's have a look at that. We're going to grab some focus on here. There we go. So we've got a number of doors missing. I think one of the bogies is good on here, and one is missing parts, and missing the windows, missing the roof, but this one has its ends intact. Let's pop this down here. So I thought what I'd make is another converter, a converter coach. So we'll have Mark III couplings on the one end and Mark II on the other, which I think will be quite good. So I'm going to harvest the roof windows and a couple of the doors onto here, and we'll take out the bogies and we'll service those, and we'll get a bogie with a Mark III coupling on there. So we'll have that flexibility and give us a bit more stability when running a few things. I think I've done that with a couple of coaches which we've had running on the railway. Actually, the one we've run, actually, let's have a look over here. I think it's, I can't remember where it is now. It's here, sorry. It's here on this locomotive. So I've got a 00 coupling on one end and a Mark II on the other. I could easily have a Mark III on the other end and a Mark II there, and so on. These Triumph coaches with the deep flanges are not successful at all running over this 3-rail. Any point work, you will get away with it on the rails, but once you negotiate things like diamonds and points, they're leaping off really badly. So that's not as successful as you might think. So I was quite pleased with that. And then this restaurant car coach, we've got one of those on the railway with blue curtains. At the moment, that's sitting over there. We'll have a look at that at the moment. That's sitting just behind the controller over there. We've seen that running in the past couple of weeks. So I've got that made up with a train over there. This is an unboxed item. Just not really a rummage box, but a whole bunch of coaches all lying, you know, in the open to handle and so on. But surprisingly, it's intact. I mean, the wheels are a little bit stuck, but it is intact. It will come back to life. So we'll confidently tap the wheels out of that on another day. And there's my efforts at cutting out those labels for the cable drum. So I think what we'll do, we'll just get ourselves on the other side of the railway. I'll reset some points, and we'll see if we can get the diesel shunter out of there. I'm just going to isolate the Barnstable on the 2 rail there. I have also just installed these switches temporarily on here. So this is the station. This will isolate the station. So we should be able to use the rest of the railway with the Barnstable staying put now. We want to just get this diesel shunter out through here. So I just need to do this one. I've got my hand on the right switch here. So I want to go straight with that one. And I think we need to change this one, otherwise we won't have enough space. I think the diesel shunter will just come back up to that, if not just slightly over it, with this length of wagons. So let's grab the controls. Where have I put them? I've left them over here along with the coach. We'll have a look at that against the other one in a moment. Let's grab these controls and let's make that diesel shunter move backwards. So we'll bring that just back there a little. Yeah, actually it's got to go a little bit further. I thought it would have to go that far to clear that one. Yeah, we're safely over there. So let's switch this one again. So I'm looking behind me at the moment. This is just playing with trains again. So let's see if we can keep remembering which direction. One more to play with here as well. So that one wants to go that way. Let's come this way now and watch that one come forward. That's quite successful so far. So I'm just going to tidy up some points behind me for a second. So we'll just get that one straight. And let's go for this one straight. And then we're going to come around. We're going to put it onto this little bit of line here while we then move the Winston Churchill around for a moment. So let's send that one backwards. Making a lovely rattle on the rails, all those wagons. None of them especially smooth, and you know, special round triangle wheels, metal bases. All these wagons, I don't think we're on there. I don't think we've got any plastic chassis at all in play here. I think that one's got closed axle boxes, but it is metal Mark II. They're all Mark IIs. So yeah. That one's seen better days. I think there's some nibbles out of the edge of the roof on here. So let's change this one. So we'll make that one curved. Let's see if we can push those through the points. All well behaved so far. So let me close that one. There, just nervously thinking, have I left something else? Have I left everything roughly where it needs to be? I think we have. So I think now what we'll do, we'll just get the Winston Churchill and we'll separate it from this group of coaches, and we'll come and pick these up, but I want it the other way around. This is a converter. This has got a Mark II on one end and a Mark III on the other. This is one I made up of parts as well. So yeah, I think I haven't broken anything up specifically to do it, but yeah, let's see if we can see that. So that's got the orange windows or dark browny yellow curtains in it, and this one's got blue, so slight different variation. The window variations were different as the years were rolled by, I think. So I've got some different colour variations on the. Let's open that point there. Whoops, I've got the wrong one. I'm looking at the wrong one, talking and thinking at the same time. So it's this one. So we want to go curved there. And let's see if we can just roll that forward. There we go. Let's try a little bit more. So a little bit more of a jump into life than I was expecting. Let's see if I can go onto that to uncoupling ramp now. And then forward we go. Remember, over 50 years old. So there we go. And I'm just going to close that one while I remember it. Again, memory, over 50 years old. So go on to the turntable. So I need that one, and let's see if we can roll that through onto the turntable now. And we'll turn that around. Lovely sound that. So let's do that one, and we want to open that one, and wrong direction, that one. So I think that should come off the turntable. So let's give that a run now. Yeah, so this has a full set of tender wheels, flanges on the tender wheels. I'm always quite nervous of these going around the tight curves. They can look especially wobbly when they've got a load of coaches on the back, a lot of weight. They can pull. I remember the Winston Churchill definitely used to. There was a curve on the Super 4 that it used to sort of really pull, and it could jump the rails. I haven't noticed the problem yet on this railway, so let's open this one. Actually, I'm at the wrong end, so it's this point, this switch here. So I'm not looking where the camera's pointing there for a moment. So it's that one. Now my only reservation with this coupling is this is partially on a curve, so it's not quite as straight as it could be. Let's see if we can get that. Yeah, so that sounds a little bit jumpy over that lot. So one frog, one set of point blades, but I think it sort of semi-righted itself. Let's grab this and pull it out onto the line now. The take up in the motor. There, we're all out of there now. So I'm going to close that one again. So we will rationalise where all of these lie at some point. Let's give this a little bit of a run around now. So I'm just going to check one other point now. It's one I've forgotten, it's that one there. So I want to take that back to the outside line so I can bring that onto the station. There we go. Oops, sorry, nearly dropping the camera there. Yeah, so you knew I was going to forget one. Well, there could be others yet, we haven't finished. So let's go curved with that one. Looking pretty good so far, so predominantly Mark II couplings there. And then we'll just bring that to a stop there. Now, what are we going to do? So we're going to close that. Whoops. And then I'm going to split it into two railways for a moment, I think. So we're going to go here, switch out the controllers, switch this one. There we have it. And let's get that diesel shunter out of there again. So, actually it's nagging me, I've left one point in the direction it shouldn't be behind me, so I'm just going to turn around and look. So I think to keep everything, actually it is, I've done it. That one's exactly where it needs to be. Although there is one. There we go, that would have been entertaining. So now we can get that diesel shunter out. He says hopefully everything else will stay put. It will, if we turn on the controller. Doesn't appear to be any unscheduled movement behind me. There we go. So I think we'll just grab the uncoupler. See if we can get those. That's not quite going to do it. Let's see if I can do that the other way around. It's amazing, they come apart when you don't want them to, but when you want a nice uncoupling, they don't. So we're uncoupled there. Let's see if we can run around that. And then we'll grab these wagons from the other end. I should have moved that dead coach. But it's not a dead coach, it just needs cleaning. And now I think if we now bring through here, so we want to make straight, and the yellow one curved, and we'll just put this lot into this siding over here, see if we can achieve that accident free. So we'll push that lot through that set of points. There we go. So let's just grab the uncoupler and the shallow oil tank is in the way. Let's see if we can get an uncoupling from this end. Let me grab the controls with the other hand. No, this is an excellent demonstration of how not to do this. So let's see if we can get that. we have it that time. So out with that. There we go. This is one I've shown quite a few times. It's sort of seen better days. It had blue paint all over it and hazard stripes painted on the back when I got it. My son and I, when he was much younger, we spent some time sort of renovating it. So you can see sort of slight whiteness in the plastic. The product was called Model Strip. We used to take the blue paint off. We've renumbered it. The decals were original. They were underneath, amazingly, underneath the paint. So that one there is almost completely intact. And that one has lost its head. So there's a little bit of damage in the back there. There's a crack and so on. We repainted the buffer beam. But I'll leave a bit of footage of this on the rolling road at the end. But I think that's about it this time. Thanks again for watching. And that was just a little run around on the railway. If you look back again next time, we'll see if we can have something else interesting to have a look at. Goodbye now.